Hey guys, it's me, Adrian here. Welcome boys and girls, guys and girls, subscribers, Mega Drive Genesis fanboys and enthusiasts. Welcome to Adrian's Not A Lot of People Know That, Part 3. Just kidding. I'm here to talk about, well, what happened was, I think 2 years ago now, I made 2 videos on showing hacks that work, Sonic hacks that didn't work. I went to a great deal of showing them off in my videos, in which I got criticized, I got flamed, I got grilled, I got told off, I even got rudely told to edit down my videos, mostly from the people that put the Sonic ROM hacks together, or because they didn't like what I was saying when I was just pretty much speaking the truth, you know. It was like I was reviewing all these Sonic hacks in my Mega EverDrive, and a lot of the hacks didn't work. They didn't respond the way, you know, they were supposed to. And I explained it was usually down to, you know, they were unfinished hacks, or they weren't tested for bugs properly. You know, it was a range of things, you know, and, you know, to get told to edit down your videos, you know, I mean, that's quite rude. But anyway, this time I thought I'd do one on the hacks that do work on the Mega EverDrive, to play on a real Mega Drive Genesis. So today I will be showcasing and talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog ROM hacks that play perfectly well on your Mega EverDrive X7 or x7. But just before I go into that, I just wanted to talk and explain a few things about my Mega EverDrive x7. In what I did was, well, a couple of weeks ago I decided that I would try and update the OS system in my Mega EverDrive x7, and that's what I did. I updated it. I was using an old, I was using Krikzz's old V1, no, was it? I think it was V2 x00. It was one of the really early ones. I was using that for a long time, and then just a couple of weeks ago I decided to download the latest version 3.04, I think it is, and I just thought I'd talk about some of the different features it has. It's very good. I'll bring it up. I'm bringing up the menu now. This is the latest OS. This is 3.04. If you go to options, you've got a list of all these, a couple of new options here. You still got the old game region, you can change it. Mega key is still there. SRAM backup is still there. These are all the usual ones: in-game menu, reset to menu, cheats. But it adds 3 new ones. Hide system directory. Well, that's not really useful, I suppose. It's just all it does is hide your system directory, pretty much like it says. So when you go to turn your console off and turn it on again, it'll just say there are no files. It hides everything. But it can be a bit scary, because when I've done it the first time, I thought, wait a minute, where's all my folders and files gone? You know, I didn't know how to retrieve them, and then I worked out you had to press, see what I mean? It says there are no files. All you have to do is press C button, go back into options, and turn the damn thing off. So yeah, so there you go, it shows it again. I don't really like mucking around with that in case I forget what to do. So just underneath that we have a very useful feature here, YM2413. This is a very special and unique feature of the EverDrive x7 v3.04 OS update. What this allows you to do is it allows you to play some Master System games with FM sound, like the original Japanese Sega Master System. Well, this does the exact same thing, and it's built into the OS. You don't need to get the chip and solder it into your Mega Drive or Master System or anything like that. It's all in the OS, and it was developed by someone called Necronym 5. It is the FPGA FM core, and what Krikzz did was implemented it in his latest OS update, which is this one that I'm currently showing to you now. It also allows you to load your Master System games using SMS Bios, and this you can change between region to or turn it off. But I haven't been able to get that working for some reason. I haven't figured out how to load your Master System games using that bio. Like, I can show you here. I go to, I've actually made a folder of just SMS Bios. Hasn't got much in here, but like if I use this one from this one, USA Europe version 1.3, it'll load it. And you get all this. Welcome to the Sega Master to play just one of these directions. But I haven't figured out how to get it going, like how to load your games with it. There must be something I'm doing wrong. I mean, if I try this one, the USA one, I think this is the one that says error message. Huh. Welcome to the Sega Master System. To play, just follow these instructions. Turn off power. I don't remember it saying that. I remember it saying error. I've also got the BIOS from the Master System model too, like the one with Alex getting Miracle Ball built in. It would just be a simple Sega logo like that, and then it would say software error, or in this case it's just looping, it's just repeating itself. But enough of that. That's not really important. I mean, you can load your Master System games without using the BIOS, but it's supposed to just help with a bit of compatibility issues in some of the games. I can show you the YM2413 and how that works. I mean, that's really awesome. I just check to make sure I got it on. Yes, I do. I'll show Alex Kidd the Lost Stars. This is one of my favourite Master System games. The volume is very soft. I usually have to put it on like 40 just to hear it, which is quite high for my stereo amplifier. As you can hear, the scream is extremely loud, but it's not that the scream is so loud, it's the audio is really soft, because the scream is coming from the PSG SN76489. So that's perfectly normal. It's that normal volume, it's just the audio is really soft. So by turning your television or your amp receiver up, the screams end up being really loud. This is just one of my favourite games. I've actually been playing this lately with the new FM sound. I was originally skeptical of the FM sound, you know. I'll explain more in a second. I just press reset to get out of there. What I meant was, like, I grew up playing Master System games with the standard PSG audio, you know, the square waves, the noise, and hearing it with FM when I used to watch videos on YouTube of, you know, people that had the Mark III Japanese Master System, which was the only place that had the FM feature. You know, when I heard the Master System games with the FM, I thought, oh, doesn't sound quite right. You know, like it does sound good. Don't get me wrong. I think the Master System games sound better with the FM. It provides more bass, you know, a more flatter sound. But I don't know. It's just something in me that I still prefer them with the PSG. If that makes any sense. Maybe you call it being biased or whatever, or childhood nostalgia, but I think the PSG SN17489 tinny audio is what helps define a Master System, what helps it become a Master System, all the games and the console. It's like implementing FM makes them sound like Mega Drive games, which is good, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like they're pretending to be something they're not. You know, they're not Mega Drive games. They are Master System games. So, you know, I'll show some more with this feature, and then I'll concentrate on the Sonic hacks. Shinobi. Just get my remote, my volume remote, because it's going to be very soft. So this is the FM sound on Shinobi. This is what it would sound like.
Hi.
Please don't post the put it to 1.25 in the comments, please. That really shits me. I know the music's running slower. I don't need reminding, you know, every second comment. I know it's running in 50 Hertz. Doesn't bother me. I'm just putting that out there now. So yeah, that's another one. Oh, there's a few others. It's generally the Master System games from 1987 and 1988, and I've noticed that they do have the FM option implemented in the ROMs. Like, where's the case? Konsidon. Konsidon is from 1988, so that's got the FM option. As I showed, Shinobi was from 1987. Or did I say 87? I meant 88.
No, because Adrian's doing a video.
And what else? As I showed, Alex Kidd the Lost Stars, that was from 1988, so that had the FM sound. Sega seemed to have killed the FM option off somewhere around late 88, I'd say, because all the games from 1989 onwards did not have that. It was just standard PSG pretty much all the way through. Although I do have a Sonic hack here on the Master System that has, you know, the FM sound, but this was a hack. So this is what Sonic sounds like, Sonic 1 on the Master System with FM. The sound effects are really loud, but that's again, like I said, that's because the audio, the FM YM2413 audio is very soft. Okay, for me to get a life on the panel, that means I must have done really bad. So yeah, this is pretty neat. I mean, not many people would have. I've got a mod done to my Mega Drive where I can just cut out the FM completely and just have PSG. So I can show you here. I've disabled the FM sound. So all you're hearing is sound effects. See, the sound effects are coming from PSG. So it's there's just no music. And if I did this on Alex Kidd the Lost Stars, all you would hear was the scream. That loud scream. So that's kind of pretty neat. But yeah, you know, I don't want to get straight too much off topic, but I just sort of wanted to show some things off, you know. That's the Sonic the Hedgehog 1 FM edition hack. Yeah, so all my games are in alphabetical order from A to Z, which is good because the old OS I was using, for some reason it wouldn't put them in alphabetical order, and I didn't know how to do it. Like when I put my SD card into the computer, into my PC, it would show up, all the files and folders would show up in alphabetical order, but then when I would go to put them in the go to put the SD card loaded in the EverDrive and turn the power on the Mega Drive, everything would be all over the place. Where now it's all in alphabetical order on this latest OS update. So I'm quite happy with that. So these are all my Mega Drive games from A to Z. They're all alphabetical order. So far I have 17, nearly a complete 17 pages full. Slowing down now with downloading games because I'm finding them hard to come across good ones now. It's not the complete library, but it's almost the complete library. I'd say probably if I got it to, I'm trying to get it up to page 20 if I can, you know, but bit by bit I'll get there. So yeah, and I've got all my other applications here for the computer. They're not useful here on the EverDrive, but I got them here just in case, like fix checksum, which is very useful. That helps fix the checksum when you start a ROM. Like first, see, with a lot of hacks, I know, for example, there's a lot of Streets of Rage hacks, you know, where they would just be patches, and you'd need this software, you need the Luna IPS. There'd be IPS patches, and you'd have to patch them to the original ROMs. You'd have to do that yourself, and I didn't like it at first because I had a lot of trouble with it. And then, in most cases, not always, but in a lot of cases, the ROMs still wouldn't load. It would still be like a checksum error. So you would need this software as well to fix checksum, and you'd have to run that over your patch with the ROM to make it so the checksum error would go away, and then it would work, you know. So you need those two applications to get the ROM up and going. But astonishingly, with a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog ROM hacks, you wouldn't need to do anything like that. You know, they'd be already, you know, patched or done, you know. So yeah, I'll just show some Sonic hacks now. These are all, anything in this folder, Sonic the Hedgehog ROMs, means it works 100% or 99%. So they're all in alphabetical order. I only have 3 full pages full, and all the yellow ones that are in folders here, these are all the official Sonic the Hedgehog games that came out, or pretty much, not all of them, but like open source project and Metal Sonic Hyperdrive or not, but it's just something I like to keep them as. I got Sonic Legacy, I got Sonic the Hedgehog 1, I've got all the Sonic 1 hacks I have in here. these all work pretty good. I'll show some off. Start off with Sonic Megamix beta. Sega. So this works flawlessly. There's not really much change in this very early old build of the game, but I think it's only Act 1 that's different. I think once they get to Act 2, it's all pretty much the same routes, the same layouts. What did that do? Speed the music up. Whoa! What's that, 10 rings? Oh, I died. Ugh, died again. Ah, shit. It's a new layout, see? I don't know where to go. I'm so used to the original layouts. There we go. Bet Act 2 is exactly the same as the original Sonic one. Yeah, see? Just different colours. Different colour palette. It's the same old layout. Where, you know, I know it off by heart. So yeah, well that was one. I mean, I can't show them all because this video will be way too long. And I don't really want to make it too long, like the old ones I did, where they were quarter of an hour or nearly an hour. Sonic 1 Boomed is funny because he actually speaks in it.
Being a role model is overrated. I'd much rather be hilariously edgy. Let's do it. You never grab too many rings. Hey, look at all these rings. Like they're made for me. Sorry, fine. You never grab too many rings. Like they're made for me. One more ring to rule them all. I love rings.
Okay, I think I'd rather him not speak. It's okay for the first few levels, but then you start getting sick of him repeating the same thing all over and over because he's limited with what he can say. But it's funny. And Sonic 2, all these hacks work. What can I show you? I'll show, actually there is one here I'll just show off. I think it's Hypersonic in Sonic 1. I think this is the one that was made by Clancy. But in his latest update of the game, the audio sounds really bad with on your Model 1 Mega Drive, but it sounds perfectly fine on a Model 2 Mega Drive. I don't know the technical information about what's causing it, but let's see, hyper 50 rings, yeah. As you can see, the audio sounds really bad. It sounds off. Almost sounds as bad as one of those at-games clone consoles. It just seems to be like this with the original YM2612. If you play this hack on a Model 2, Genesis or Mega Drive with ASIC based YM3438, it'll sound perfectly fine. It's just an issue with the Model 1. So I'm just going to stop it here. Sorry about the noise, if you can hear that noise in the background, it's just the washing machine. What else can I show? Okay, that's better. The washer's stopped now, so you're not going to hear that annoying noise in the background. What else can I show? Okay, Tails in Sonic 1. This is a pretty good hack. It's just Tails in Sonic 1. But the good thing about this hack is it's the Tails from Sonic 3, so you can fly with him. Makes accessing a few areas a little bit easier. Not in a big way, because the game was made for Sonic, but you can fly. And you can see the music sounds really good. Doesn't sound awful because it's not the final version that I'm playing. I'm playing version 5. And with version 5, the music doesn't sound like at games. So it's your basic Sonic 1 hack. It's just a character swap. It's like Vector in Sonic 1, Vector the crocodile. Yeah. I like how it's green, because he's green. And I like how he can go in a ball. He's a bit slow, but that's okay. Some of the sprites and colours are slightly different, but that's because Sonic 1 had a limited colour palette. So to add new characters and new colours, they had to use the same colours for certain other objects. But yeah, as you can see, that one, they'll work fine. I mean, I can show you some different ones. Metal Sonic Hyperdrive. Oh, and I just want to point out all the hacks that I have that were made by Darken 360 Lone Devil. They all work flawlessly on real hardware. There's no issue at all. He's one of the many great ROM hackers that's out there. There he is. And this is a pretty good hack too. You play as Metal Sonic. Very good artwork done in this game. And one thing I like about Metal Sonic over Sonic the Hedgehog is that Metal Sonic can breathe underwater because he's a robot. Don't have to suck in air bubbles every few minutes or seconds, you know. Makes accessing underwater areas easy. again, I'm just going to point out that I know the music is running slower and the game is running slower. I don't need reminding. It doesn't bother me. I know there's borders on the top and the bottom. It doesn't bother me. You know, I've played my games like this all my life. It honestly does not bother me. I mean, it just feels perfectly normal, perfectly natural. I mean, if I'm sorry to say, if anybody is to blame for the slow music and the game's not having any 50 Hz optimization, well, that's the developers or the ROM hackers, you know. But it doesn't bother me. Well, actually, I tell a lie. Some hacks it does bother me. It's the ones that I think most ROM hackers use. They use the common Sonic 1 sound driver. Their special music or special, what's it called? Sample. Hang on, SMS. What's that? SMS. Sample Music Playing System. I think that's what it stands for. Anyway, SMS 68K. Everyone likes to port music from other hacks into that sound driver, and when they put it into that sound driver, playing it back in 50 Hz, it results in slower music. And that's the only thing that annoys me, because a lot of the music they're porting came from 50 Hz optimized games, like say Rystar or the Michael Jackson Moonwalker. They were fully optimized, so we didn't hear them slow to begin with, you know. But when they port them to a Sonic 1 hack, if you play it back in 50 Hz, you hear them slower, and it's annoying. But you know, it's just a minor gripe, but you know. But I won't say too much on that. What else can I show? 30-day project revisited. This one works. Let's see. I like how he sticks his rude finger up there. Pretty neat. Now this hack's good because the weather changes halfway through. I like how it's raining. I like how a bit of the art is taken from Aqua Lake Zone from Sonic 2 on the Master System, or Game Gear, whatever. Pretty neat. Nice and colourful. I think somewhere here the weather changes, yeah, see? It stops raining. The sun comes out more. I really like that. So yeah. Okay, what else? I'm showing a lot of Sonic 1 hacks here. I want to be a bit more show some other stuff. Sonic 2 Delta is a very good one. I think it was made by Israel in 2015. Have I got that right? Is it Israel? Yeah. And a couple of other people. This is one of the really big Sonic hacks on the Mega Drive. This one, if you thought Sonic Mania was huge, this one's even bigger. I mean, what's Sonic Mania got? 13 zones? Sonic 3 and Knuckles has 14. Well, I think this has over 20. This merges all of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2's levels into one game. But it's the beta Sonic 2 levels, not the finished ones, not the ones from the final game. And I like how it uses Sonic 3's title cards. Yeah, so you can play as Knuckles. You can have a variety of characters. But I really want to start showing different ones. I don't just want to show the same shit all the time. The same Sonic 1 hacks, just with minor differences. Well, I'm sure you guys know who this one's made by. The famous Red Hot Sonic, who has his own channel now and reviews a lot of different Sonic hacks. Well, this was his hack back in 2013, and this one's a really good one. It only has 4 zones, but it's really good. So there's no slow music in this one. This one is the audio is fully optimized. It's nice that it starts off in a beach-like level, similar to Neo Green Hill Zone on Sonic Advance, on the Game Boy Advance. And there we go, I've reached the end already. Yep, I'll just quit there. Sonic 2 Retiled is always been one of my personal favourites, and I'll show you why. This is an old Sonic 2 hack by Salas, but look at the first level graphics. Look at Emerald Hill. Isn't that just gorgeous? That looks better than the original, the usual Emerald Hill graphics. It's beautiful. I mean, that could either be a sunrise or a sunset, but it's beautiful. The layout's the same. The layouts haven't been changed. But that doesn't matter. Yeah. What else? Sonic 3 DA Garden Edition. That's a good one. That's different layouts in Sonic 3 Knuckles. That's pretty much all it is. It's a layout hack. So if you're tired of the same old usual routes in Sonic 3 Knuckles, if you play that one, you get to experience all different routes, different ways to go. This one's Sonic 3 Resort Island. I'll show you something funny about this one. If I put the Mega Key on, this is what happens. You get slow music, as if it wasn't optimized. But if I go back to options and I turn the Mega Key off, the music will be normal, and you can see the game regions automatically changed over to US NTSC. So this is obviously, it's a Sonic 3 hack, but it's obviously hacked from the USA ROM, not the Europe ROM. See? Normal. This is made in 2015 by Utopia UK. Now, I will point out this is not a finished game. This is still in its beta form. I don't know if it's been worked on anymore or anything like that, but it's a interesting Sonic hack. It's one of the better ones out there. It's playing Enya music on the first level. So this looks like a hack of Hydrocity Zone. That's the vibe I'm getting. This hack does have a minor issue with it. but it's still fully playable. It's not going to crash your game or anything. Or well, it does crash, but there's a way to get around it so that to avoid it. It happens in Act 2. There's a route. There's a way that you go in Act 2. I'm not sure where exactly it is, but one of the routes in Act 2, it automatically crashes the game. The game resets back to, well, it resets back to the title screen, just like that. And the only way to avoid it is you've got to find another route through the level. There's 2 routes to go through the level. One of them crashes the game. You have to go through the other route. So if you do play this on real hardware, I don't know if this happens on an emulator, but on real hardware in Aquapolis Act 2 there's one of the routes just hard resets back to the title screen. You've got to find the other route. If you find the other route, you can successfully complete the act and get past it and continue the game. And you won't have to put up with anything like that throughout the rest of the game. So yeah, Sonic 1, the next level. This hack is a demo from Marky Jester. It's one of the really good ones out there. It's popular because it does a lot of things differently, especially in the audio. You can tell already that the audio is quite different. This game uses a lot of sampled playback music, and obviously it's not optimized for 50 Hertz, but that's okay. It uses a lot of samples, and I don't know if you were quick enough to see it, but before I went into the game, beside it tells you how big the ROM is. It already exceeds 3 megabytes in size, and it's only 3 acts of one zone here that you can play. And it uses a lot of space up because of the music. Act 2 and the boss, and I think the invincibility power up, it uses all sampled music, and that's a lot for the system to remember in the memory. So it uses up a lot of ROM. So obviously Jester couldn't make I don't think he'd be able to make a full game in this manner. It'd be awesome, but it wouldn't play on emulators, that's for sure, because it'd be over 10 megabytes big. Just imagine if there were 6 zones done in the same way this was done. And you want to know something else about this hack? My voice is actually sampled right at the end. If anybody was wondering who it was at the end, it was me. And I've actually saved the state right at the end, and I'm going to load it now, so you'll hear me sampled in the ROM. And this is me in the game. There you go, see? It's all glitched out. See, I'm pressing the C button, you can see something changing there in the word, illegal, line. That's all you can do. And then it stops, it's fucked. You can't play it. I piss myself laughing every time I hear that. It's just so funny. It complements the abrupt ending so well. And if you're wondering, it's meant to finish like that. It's meant to crash like that. That was a deliberate thing that Jester put in. And I think it's really good. I think it's funny, And I'll just show some other things here. Like if I go into music videos, well, since we're on the topic of sampling, there's a guy called, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, is it Matteus or MatteusBeus? He's been doing all these FMV videos in the for the Mega Drive Genesis, and I've got them all downloaded here. Obviously I can't show all of them because, like DuckTales, if I show that one, I'm more than likely going to get a copyright claim from Disney, so I can't really show that one. The Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up, I can't show that one because I'll get a copyright claim from Universal Music Group or Sony, BMG or some shit like that. So for obvious reasons, some I can't show. I'm not sure about the David Hasselhoff one because that's a retail song, just like Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up, so I won't show that one. But these ones I can show. This one's my favourite. It's the Angry Video Game Nerd intro, done by MatteusBeus. I'll just call him that. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. So this is fully sampled.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games and suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo. Take your diarrhea, dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
And there you have it. I'll quit that one now and I'll show another one. Nostalgia Nerd.
The Cat Attack is a 1991 platformer for the Sega Mega Drive by Vic Tokai. It's actually a modified version of the Japanese release Magical Hack Nobutobi Turbo, featuring endearing colourful Halloween graphics and a slightly darker theme, although this guy looks like he's just taken a cool cob up the arse. The games are actually a follow-up from the brilliant Psycho Fox on the Master System, but instead of throwing a bird, you throw the head of your protagonist, Chuck D. Head. The ultimate goal is to defeat the evil forces of Max D. Cat, the underworld warlord who is intent on invading the world of the living. To accomplish this, you navigate various sideways and vertical scrolling levels whilst taking on an array of bosses from a mole to an angry yeti. This is a game I loved playing in my youth and it still holds up well today. Maybe not in the same league as Psycho Fox, but pretty darn close.
It's quite funny hearing Mega Drive FM music heard back through the sample channel like that. A bit muffly, but so there's all these good ones here. My Life in Gaming. There's this one.
Hello, Sega! Yes, who remembers the Mega Drive then? Answer, most people, it was Sega's super popular console, released in late 1990, and was the European version of the Genesis, which was released about a year before in America, and I think originally it was released like a year before that in Japan or something. Anyway, who cares? Let's put Sonic the Sweat Hog over there, because we are talking about a portable Mega Drive. You see, back in late 1995, Sega decided that people needed to be able to play all their Mega Drive titles on the move, and so shat out the Genesis Nomad. As its name implies, it has no home and keeps on travelling.
Subscribe for more.
And there you have it. Yeah, I'd like to show some of the others, but I better not, just for copyright reasons. I mean, I've got a Batman one here from the animated series, but you just never know, you know. Everyone's just waiting to put a claim on your video, so I won't show them. I know I can't show the Rick Astley one. I tried that before in the past, and I got a copyright claim. It got blocked. So there's no point. So, you know, I strayed a little bit off topic, but I didn't want to make this video long, and it's turned out to be really long. I'll just show one more Sonic hack and then I'll stop it there, guys, because I'm waffling on too much. What can I show? Let's just see. Aha, Sonic the Hedgehog, The Lost Worlds, one of my favourites. This is a hack that has all the levels that were cut out of the final Sonic 2. You can just play them here in a separate Sonic game. Starts off in the desert dust hill. It's got the wood zone. It's got the famous hidden palace zone that they scrapped. You know, and this works perfectly fine. I just thought of something interesting to show. Oh, just quickly. Where is it? What folder is it in? Mega compilation packs. Is it Sonic 4 in 1? Yeah, see? It's 6 megabytes in size. This is a hack that has all of the Mega Drive Genesis Sonic hacks all into one, like a compilation cartridge. Not sure why that is happening. So you can pick Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. I think that's all it has, eh? I don't think it's got Knuckles in Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 and Knuckles or anything like that. Oh no, it does. Look, you go into the game, you've got the choice of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic 2 and Knuckles, you've even got the blue spheres. So how neat is that? But the only thing with this actual ROM is you can't bring up the in-game menu. It doesn't, it won't work because the ROM size is too big. So you have to play it in one sitting, just like the original games. If you want to do that, well, this is the one for you, but if not, well, you have to just go to the single ROMs, which are a lot smaller in space. See, I can't bring up the in-game menu when I pause. So if I'm going to reset or get out of here, I have to get up, literally off my ass, press the reset button. So I don't know why it's just crashed there. Upon hitting reset, but there we go. I'm back here in the menu. So guys, I'll just stop it here, and I'll call it a day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't really want to drag on and make this any longer than what it is. So I'm sorry if I didn't show a real lot of Sonic hacks, but you know, I showed what I could. You know, it's hard when you're discussing and talking and trying to do everything at the same time. It can get tedious at times. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any comments, you know, just drop them in the comment section. I hope you all have a good day and have fun. See you later. Bye now.